Hello and welcome. Silrace here with Mechwarrior Online. It's time to, well, run around and shoot some AC2s. I honestly don't know why, but I really like to insert 4 AC2s on a Rifleman and, wander around with that and shoot at things. Preferably from sort of a longer range, because that is what the build technically needs you to do. Rifleman is not exactly a durable mech by any stretch of imagination. Also, this is Legend Killer, and you can do the same exact thing on Rifleman 3C if you do not have the hero mech or don't want to actually buy the hero mech. And yeah, there are better builds for the hero mech. Technically, you just put in 2 LB10s and some lasers to back those up, and you really have a better build. Also, you can do this with a light engine or an XL engine. Light engine just means you are gonna go slower, and this is the sort of thing I wanna do with this build. I wanna poke up there somewhere and try and, shoot at something at sort of a range where I might be at an advantage, hopefully, over their weaponry. The other big problem with a build like this is that you absolutely need to stare at your enemies forever to do damage. So this is a build where, well, if you're gonna get focus fired, you're probably better off hiding. But in this sort of a situation where this guy is shooting at somebody completely else than me, so I am all free to shoot at stuff, and I so did not see this guy walking up to me or in front of me. I should pay more attention to the minimap in the middle of the screen. I mean, it is there for that particular reason, to see where the friendlies are gonna go, so that you are prepared for when they finally walk in front of your guns, so you don't shoot them in the back. I mean, that's at least what I use it for. Alright, let's get rid of this UAV. It's a little annoying. Also, this is post-gameplay commentary. I have played this already, and I'm commenting on that. In case that wasn't clear, and in case that bothers you, then yeah, you are free to tune out, okay? So, I have 3 of these matches here for you today. Just to point it out, there is 3 games in this particular video. Take out of that what you will. There is an easy target for me to shoot at again. I am sort of close enough to do this sort of thing. The other problem is right now I am very much out here in the open by myself. So if I start getting focus fired, I don't really have anywhere I can jump down to go into hiding, and I'm absolutely missing these shots. I have not played with AC2s for quite some time. So yeah, there is that. Game looks very much lost at this point. I don't think I have the firepower, the damage potential here to actually win the game at this point. The main reason for that is that this mech takes so long to actually, or rather this build here I am running takes so long to actually get rid of their targets, unless they present their back to you like that. I don't know how did that guy forget that I am here? That is a little baffling to me. But yeah, that didn't actually work out all that well. Not a lot of damage done. Let's try that again, shall we? Let us try that again. So, from what to take out from that previous game, I did manage to get myself into a decent-ish position there towards the end, where I am using that range to some advantage. I have most of my team between me and the enemies, and I have kind of open firing lines. Because like I said, this build takes a long time to really rack out the damage. That's only 4 AC2s. If you jump a 5-ton bigger mech, go to a Jaeger mech, you can add another AC2 on that. That's 5 AC2s. That starts to be a number of damage already, because that's another 2 points of damage every time you pull the damn trigger, right? Well, or 1 if you are shooting outside of your optimal range. But remember, with an AC2 build like this, it doesn't really matter if your opponents are within your optimal range or not. That's the one really good thing about build like this. Because you only... If you are shooting outside of your optimal range with which with this mech where I have a targeting computer 1 just to get a little bit more range and a little bit more velocity out of the AC2s. The range, as you can see, is 727. However, my damage goes down per AC2 by 1 point if I'm shooting outside of that. Instead of doing, well, 2 damage, I am doing 1 for every AC2 that hits the target. That is not a massive drop in damage dealing ability. It's not like, for example, with an AC20 you go from doing 20 damage to doing 10. That is such a massive drop. And considering how fast you fire out the shots, like these ranges, like I am just barely outside of the effective reach. But, or rather optimal reach I should say, not necessarily effective. You know, they are still kind of effective outside of the optimal, after all. They just do half the damage. But you get my point, like, especially if you carry a bunch of ammo like I do, it doesn't really matter if you shoot at, like you are very much incentivized to start shooting at things even though they are outside of your optimal. Also because the heat management is stupidly simple with a build like that. You can spam those AC2s for a while and not worry about overheating. And this is where I have to be kind of careful to not shoot my teammates in the back. And you know, my positioning here is fairly bad for the build I'm playing. This is where it shows that I typically play a lot more aggressive builds than this sort of like build. I am not super good at this whole let's hang back and snipe from range. That is not how I enjoy playing the game. That's not what I am typically good at playing the game with. So there is that. However, a target which is not looking at me, which is not shooting back at me, that is the target you want. Doesn't matter what your range is, that is the target you absolutely want. And hello there. Would you like to have some more shots? And I managed to kill somebody. That is awesome. Of course, don't want to be focus fired. I am running an Excel engine here in this build. There is a Jäger mech with 2 AC20s. Let's stay outside of that thing's optimal range, preferably. Although, this is again me being a little bit aggressive, but I'm doing that mostly because my teammates are all surrounding that Jäger mech. So it is very unlikely to shoot straight at me because it has to worry about its own life there. So I feel more comfortable, more confident doing that sort of a push. Oh, hello there. And here, this is the sort of fighting I should try to prioritize. Also take out these AC2s. Use the AC2s to take out UAVs. They are very good for that. I should have avoided that PPC. I should have pulled downhill entirely so that I wouldn't be shot at all by the PPC shots, because I ate the PPC shot essentially unnecessarily. And this is where I am just trying to be a fire support mech. Now remember, in all honesty, this is my opinion. So anybody who takes, well, issue with what I'm about to say, you're welcome to disagree. But I don't think you should ever build a mech to be fire support mech, because absolutely any mech can be built for that. Try and do something else with it. And if it's only capable of being a fire support mech, then that probably means it is not a very good mech overall. Just something to think of, like when you're thinking of like your mech build. Can you do something else than being just a fire support mech for everybody else to do the actual work while you are just, you know, occasionally pouring out fire? And that's my mistake there. That is entirely my mistake. I got left behind by my teammates. I did not move fast enough, and I was getting into that mindset of that mode of like, hey, I am fire support. I will be at the back of my team and I'll shoot at range. When at the time when I should have been more aggressive and push with the rest of the team to not get behind. Entirely my fault. Nothing there to do with blaming teammates for NASCARing or running around or anything else. I saw them running away from me, and I still did that. Entirely my fault. Alright. Let's see if we can do this another time. This is a fairly decent position, just have to avoid getting focus fired, and there is way too much firepower coming in there right now, so let's not hang around there. Also, because my team is pushing this way. So, in case there is somebody actually charging into that position, I don't want to be there. Alright, can you climb this? Yes, you can. Alright, fantastic. Just making sure that you can climb this. And here we have a nice open firing line. Now, I am... Oh, hello. Well, you really want that strike. I really wish they hadn't put the strikes into these games. Like... Ugh. Anyway, that is also a personal opinion. Hello there. I am in a little bit of a... what I consider to be a nice, essentially a flanking position. Because most of my team is in a slightly different location. The problem is I am right now the one who is getting focus fired like all the time when I peek. So my team is essentially these guys hanging around here, or essentially doing the flanking. But that is a sort of a position I would prefer to have, where I can shoot at things from the side while my teammates are, you know, the essentially doing the main tanking of the or main distraction, I should say, to allow me to stand there and just pour out the fire. The problem that this build actually needs that, and it's not necessarily how you want to play games. Hello, Mad Cat. You wanna be shot at by AC2s? This is perfect. Like, he's just looking at somebody else. Now, as soon as he starts looking at me, I should have already pulled back. I am standing there a little too long. That thing has way too much firepower for me to be trading with it. Like, at all. Now, can I help you out with anything here? Oh, hello. There's a target we can shoot at. 1.2 kilometers. Oh, another target we can shoot at. And also there is that thing shooting at me from the from down there. I was tanking that way too long. Can I take that side torso? That would be very nice. And failing that. And this is the point where I need to start being really careful. This is an XL engine build, and I have an open side torso. However, the Mad Cat is now open. Essentially, they're just, you know, distracted by a teammate, so I am, you know, I can do this sort of a thing now. And I did get that side torso there in the end. Okay. Overheated to death. Now I have a position where I kind of like to be. You could argue. Team, like, everybody is everywhere. I'm just trying to make sure that I do not lose this left torso. Like, peeking from this side is now really fluffing scary, because my left torso is the open one, right? So I need to protect that. I should be peeking entirely from this side, which is what I'm trying to do. But yeah. Alright, hello. You're distracted by a teammate, so let's provide that fire support. And if you're not shooting at me, then this is just pure free damage from me. And as you can see, this thing has no problems with heat whatsoever. Like, you just pour out these AC2 shells all day long, help out another teammate. Oh, hello. You wanna do some more? Okay, you're shooting at me. Let's make sure you do not shoot that left torso so I don't randomly die. So, I'm trying to hide enough to not get randomly popped into that left torso by a laser. But also, this is the point where I need to start being more aggressive. We are definitely winning this at the moment, so at this point in time, even though I am scared of being, you know, randomly popped thanks to that losing that side torso, the time is to mop up the enemies, be aggressive, move up, and actually, you know, make sure that you win the game instead of one enemy killing half of your, you know, team, or rather killing most of your team members one by one because people, you know, funnel in there one by one trying to get those kills. No. Get there and start helping out teammates. Now, I know there is a hostile over there, and there is a hostile over there as well. And now I very much am open. Wow, alright. Can I tank this? What am I stuck on? I am stuck on a rock. Can I tank this with the right torso, right arm, mostly? Okay, now we are open everywhere. Now I can't peek that LRM boat at all. But I can hopefully pick this fella here still. Yep. Hello, Nova. I can get a little bit of fire into that Nova. I don't want to die here, so I'm trying to be very careful. And I have no idea where that LRM boat ran off to. And also my teammates are scattered all over the map. So this is the sort of a scary situation where, okay, I can't really push across the open because I know I will die to LRM volleys. And my teammates might be running into enemies one by one. Okay, there is somebody who we can hopefully shoot at. That is really close and that is fairly scary. And if you're not shooting at me, then that's perfect. Because that means I can still pour out firepower over here. And fantastic, they're shooting at somebody else. Okay, I missed a lot of shots there. And there we go. There we are. They're pushing me or not? Definitely coming closer. Alright, I am going to go around then. Ensure that I am not where they thought I would be. Hello. And I was missing a whole lot of shots. This is where I can put down some actual firepower because you're distracted. And I am so sorry, friendly light mech. I am definitely using you as a distraction right now. Like, my sincere apologies for this. But this marauder just doesn't realize that I am the one who would die like instantly. It's not even looking at me. And there we go. And now I'm getting shot in the back, so let's hide. And there we go. That is a victory, and let you have the end screens. Hopefully that was enjoyable.